Hello. The Leadership Rising Up and Digging Deep team met again on Wednesday, October 7th. We started off with a few questions, but we opened up with a check-in. Our check-in question was, how are you feeling right now? And of course, this was a loaded question because we were a week away from the debate, and we're less than a month away from the election. We're in the midst of a pandemic. We're questioning the state of democracy of our country, and there were so many mixed emotions that ranged from anxiety to the COVID taking a back seat and the election taking the front seat, to issues of parenting during a pandemic and questioning our capacity and our ability to be who we know that we are. So there was a slew of emotions. But one thing that I did notice was that there was a ray of hope. Someone sent a picture that they voted on that same day, and so we were, some of us were happy about that. But our next question was about the qualities that make up a good leader. We talked about Winston Churchill and the Blitz. And one of the things that stuck out for me, which was shared by Chris, I believe, was this quote. And it says, "We shall go on to the end," Churchill said. "We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender." He promises that the British will fight everywhere, on the beaches, the seas, the fields, the streets, and that they will never surrender. This description presents a show of strength to the Britain's enemies, and it seeks to stir up the courage and determination of the British people. We also learned, because we are digging deep, that Winston Churchill, was not this perfect man. He was flawed. He was a racist. But yet, that's the plight of humanity, right? So we went on to discuss the qualities that we ourselves believe make up a good leader. Some of those qualities that were listed was to be brutally honest, the same way that Winston Churchill was. But then there was an opposing question. Are we really capable of being that honest now? And do we really want that type of honesty today? I don't, we left that question. There's also this concept of empathy, a leader who is empathetic, a leader who is willing to make personal sacrifices, a leader who is not a hero, someone who is willing to work as a team, someone who's flexible. And lastly, we also discussed, what what's supporting leadership in our organizations right now. And some of the things that came up were just continuing to do the best that we can, not just being a leader, but also being able to do that direct support work as well. There's also work being done to help with voting education, getting people voter education, getting people out to vote, and doing our best to keep people engaged and doing our part as it relates to this upcoming election. Lastly, it was interesting because the meeting started at 3:30. It was supposed to end at 5, but these topics about the qualities of a leader was just so intriguing, and it left us wanting more. We also talked about there's more to discuss. So, can leadership be taught? Can we teach leadership? Or is it something that's innate? Is it something that's within us? Can we create environments or surroundings that produce leadership? Or is it something that someone possesses in themselves? I can't wait for the next meeting. I'm super excited because I want to know what we explore and what we discover and what we've already harvested. I can't wait to see you then. Thanks for listening.